So I'm just packing my camera bag because over the next couple of days or so I'm doing a little bit of traveling, and I want to take with me as little gear as I possibly can because I don't want to be weighed down by having too much gear in my bag because it's heavy and it's hard work carrying it around all day. But also, when you have too much gear, you spend too much time deliberating over what gear you want to be using to capture that particular shot, instead of just capturing it by using the gear you have with you. So for that reason, I just want to take as little gear as I possibly can, and I'm thinking I'm only going to go with one lens, and that lens is the 24-70 f2.8. Now this is the Sigma version, this is the Mark 1, but this video is relevant to all 24-70s no matter what camera brand you use. And let's be honest, they're pretty boring really, 24-70s. They don't have the dreamy character of a nice prime lens, they're not ultra wide, they're not super telephoto, they're pretty much just middle of the road, and I think that is pretty much the point really, because they're workhorses. They can do whatever you throw at them, and I don't really tend to work outside of that focal range really. I tend to stick for most of my stuff between 35 to 50, so 24-70 covers everything I need 99% of the time. But I used to completely avoid the 24-70 just because they are a little bit boring, and I really enjoyed the process of shooting on prime lenses, whether that's a 35 or 50, sometimes an 85, choosing one focal length, sticking with it and working within that frame. But here's the thing, if you work solo like I do, I'm a solo creator, whether that is my day-to-day work as a photographer or this YouTube channel, I do everything on my own. So when you are using prime lenses, it becomes a little bit tricky and time consuming when you are constantly changing lenses in and out. And that's especially the case when you are mid-shoot, because it starts to get in the way and it breaks your flow and it slows you down with what you are doing. So eventually, I gave in and I purchased a 24-70, and I'm quite ashamed to say how long it took me to get a 24-70 because it's just a lens that everyone has. But in the middle of last year, I bought the 24-70, and this genuinely boring lens, it sounds ridiculous, but changed everything for me. It made filming and photography so much simpler because I'm not changing lenses in and out constantly, and I found that it almost made me a little bit more creative as well, because when it comes to angles and things like that, I'm not limiting myself in any way, and because I have the lens that I can get any shot with on the camera, it just allowed me to start thinking about things a little bit differently. And I know that sounds really daft, but it's true, and it covers pretty much every focal length that I need as well. Most of my photography, sort of 90% of the time, is shot between 35 and 50mm, and it's very similar for video as well, but I can go from shooting a nice wide shot at 24mm to shooting a nice talking headshot with depth of field in the background shot at f2.8, very similar to this, at 50mm, and then I can punch in even further and create a little bit more compression at 70mm. It's just a workhorse of a lens, and yes, it is incredibly boring because there's nothing exciting about a 24-70 lens, let's be honest, but it made my shoot smoother and my whole setup a lot simpler and smaller and lighter. And that's where the true value of a 24-70 really lies, because it's dependable, and the image quality of this as well is up there with the likes of prime lenses. It is so close. Unless you are really pixel peeping, you might be able to notice some differences, but the image quality of this is incredible. It is so sharp. But what you have to remember as well is that the magic is in what you create, how you frame that, your composition, your lighting, the story that you are trying to tell within your photo or your video, and not the lens or the camera for that matter that you use. No one is bothered by that. Now don't get me wrong, I still love using prime lenses as and when I can, but the 24-70 has pretty much just become my default go-to lens for 90% of things. Probably even more than that, to be honest. It is pretty much glued to my camera the entire time. It is the one lens that I will go to just to get the job done, and that is most of the time, to be honest, as a solo creator. So yeah, a 24-70 is incredibly boring, but at the same time, I get very excited about it because it is absolutely brilliant and it is just reliable, and it does everything that I can throw at it. It is a great lens, and I would highly recommend that every photographer, filmmaker, videographer, ice cream pan. I would highly recommend that every photographer, videographer, filmmaker has one of these in their bag, because you'll probably use it a lot more than you think you do. And it like I said, it took me way too long to get one of these. I'm a little bit ashamed to say that. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the 24-70 in the comments down below. If you want to go and check out another video about this lens, go and check this one out here, and I shall see you there.